Another day, another different video, and today, as you can see, I'm in the middle of absolutely nowhere. No houses, no cars, nothing. I'm completely in the middle of nowhere in the south of Portugal in an area called Alentejo, and today I'm gonna show you a castle that is not actually a castle. The correct word for it, it's Castro. I don't know if there's an English translation to that word. That word is really old. It's from the Bronze Age. So yeah, you'll see, it's an archaeological site because it was not actually a Portuguese castle. It was used as a miniature city back in the Bronze Age, and that's what I'm gonna show you. It's really interesting because it's in the middle of nowhere. Why would you construct something like this back in the day? But I just want to show you better where I actually am. This is, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm in a complete middle of nowhere. I'm not sure, but I think it's one of those mountains, so I'm really close. Let's check it out. I'm sorry for the wind. Again, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Let's go there, let's check it out. It's gonna be a whole drive, so yeah, let's go. I just arrived here and I just realized one thing. There's an interpreted center there for Castro da Cola. Let me talk inside of my car. There's less wind. I just realized something. I realized there's an interpretation center for the castle, which is amazing. But I also realized that today is the 15th of June, which is holidays in Portugal, so it's closed. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna do research, tell the story of this castle. I'm gonna call it castle because there's no word in English to say it, because I think it's a Latin word. And I'm gonna show you Castro da Cola and the surroundings. I think I'm gonna walk around. See you in a sec.
The construction and occupation of this site were thought to be from the beginning of the Bronze Age. This hill fort controlled one of the principal routes of passage into Algarve. Archaeological digs discover artifacts dating back to various eras. Examples of that are fragments from Iron Age vessels, glass beads, bronze bracelets, Roman-Visigoth ceramics, Arab tombstones, Visigothic stones, and Portuguese medieval medals, meaning that this Castro had a lot of cultural influences for centuries. During the Middle Ages, Muslims used this area for agriculture and cattle raising, and centuries later, this site was turned into an Islamic fortification. Shortly after the Christian Reconquista, a small castle was constructed that did not have big defense impact on Portugal. The castle was used until the 14th century, and a century later was already in total abandonment. Next to the ruins was built a church in devotion of Our Lady of Cola. This archaeological site was classified as National Monument in June of 1910. For half a millennial, this site was already a reference for historians, having as the pioneer the archaeologist Abel Viana, who started studying the site through local legends. 1958 was the start of the archaeological research, but stopped in 1964 after his death. In 1999, the construction of the Interpretive Center was decided by the government to promote tourism, and only in 2001 did the archaeological excavations continue.
Okay, let's start our adventure right here. Sorry if there's a lot of wind. I bought a new microphone, but it didn't arrive yet, and I had to come here because I'm on a time schedule. Today is kind of a beautiful day. The sun is not out. If the sun was out, I was burning here because this middle of nowhere, Alentejo, it's a really hot area, but it's kind of gloomy. I don't know. That's why the lighting is always changing. But yeah, I arrived. First artifact, let's check it out. This right here, this pillar with this marble stone, is just a memorial for the Professor Abel Viana that made the archaeological studies on the Castro. So they made a little memorial for him. This is in ruins, and I really wish I had Leslie with me right now so I could show you this from a drone point of view from up the sky, because these rocks are kind of beautiful seeing from up. It's really an interesting place. It's different. There's not a lot like this in Portugal. There's more, but not a lot, because castles there's one in every city. But like this, I think there's like, don't quote me on that, but I think there's like 4 or 5. So this is really, really cool that something like this lasted from the Bronze Age, from the Iron Age. It's amazing. Most of the houses are collapsed, but you can still see the walls and how they built it. They didn't have cement. They didn't make nothing to hold the stone. It was just stone on top of stone, like you see here. If I wanted to, I could just kick this and everything would fall. Stone on stone. It's crazy how they build this. And these trees are really, really old. And oh wow, look at this view. And I suppose there was something here so we could read it, but I think it's gone. But it's incredible to see this. I see a cistern there. Oh, and I see stairs here. What is this? I'll check it out in a second. I just want to show you an overview of all of this. Like I said, I don't have a drone, but I can show you from up top. And these were actually walls that separated this city, this mini city. Although this was not a castle, it still had this protection, like the fortification defense, so they could protect all the houses that were inside of the wall. That's why it's called Castro and not castle. It's just different terms. What is this? Oh, it's closed. Oh god, let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna try not to fall in. Can you guys see? It was just a hole with a cistern where they stored some things. It's starting to get hot in here. And another thing that I love about these type of mini constructions, let's call it that, is that they built these houses on top of these hills. For example, you might ask yourself why they didn't build this mini city on that hill or on that hill. It has its reason, and the reason is this mountain is a rock mountain. This is not like a sand mountain, dirt mountain like the others. These rocks you see right here in front of me, these are rocks from the mountain. So what they did was they cut the rocks and they built it. So they didn't transport it to another mountain or to another place. They just built it here because it was easy. You just take this rock, put it there, and you build your own house. It's so peaceful and quiet here. I love finding these little places. You hear the crickets in the background. Now I kinda miss the wind. Thank you. I miss the wind because it's getting really hot. Because in these parts of Portugal, like I was saying, it gets really hot. And right now Portugal is again going through a dry season. There's not a lot of water in the dams and in the rivers, especially on the south of Portugal where the agriculture is big. I don't want this video to be talking about the world in general, but there's so many things wrong and it keeps getting worse and worse. Normally there's like these big reservoirs of water and now they're just empty, and it's really sad to see this whole thing being dried off. For example, today I was worried that it was going to rain, but as you can see, it's not gonna rain for sure. I know that for a fact. And sometimes in these parts of Portugal, Alentejo, it doesn't rain for months, which is bad. In the summer it's normal, but in the winter it should rain so the dams could get full of water, but that's another problem and that's another video. Today I'm visiting this. I was not supposed to be here. My initial idea was to find an abandoned ghost town, but I just went through here and I saw this and I was like, I have to see it. I have to see it. So yeah, a new ghost town is coming soon. I hope I find it. So it's literally lost in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna try. But to continue the tour, and I hope the wind is not too strong on the mic, you see this wall right here and the walls of the houses. They are thinner than the walls of the actual castle. It's just to protect the city, so that's why they're a little bit thicker. I'm gonna show you up close that wall and also the cistern, because it's really interesting. Like, for example, I don't know if this was open like this, but this is an entranceway to the city and exit also. And as you can see, this is nothing is holding these rocks. I can just no, I'm not gonna do it, but I can just pull rocks from this wall. I love how you see from over time the wall is like lopsided. I don't know how these hold on for so long. Look at the scheme that they made with the rocks. You see, goes from one side to another to another. It's just to maintain the structure. And this cistern is completely closed. But yeah, crazy sight over here. Before the Romans were even here, this was already being used as a little city. And then the Romans passed through here, the Muslims passed through here. A lot of different times, of different ages, of different cultures passed through this place and used it. The last thing that we know that was used, it was in the medieval times. They used this as a small castle, but it wasn't for long. It was just for a short period of time, because there's nothing to defend here. This is in the middle of nowhere. You're not gonna get attacked in here. It's really a place for no man, so you're not gonna get attacked here. Besides that, there's other castles in other cities that are way more important than this one. So over time, this place fell in disuse, and it's what we see today, what's left. Also, back in the day, they knew what stairs were, because this is, of course, they put these rocks here. This is not nature that did this. But how they cut, do you see this long one? How they, back in the days, how they made this? Sometimes I question myself. I love just getting to see these things up close and to actually touch history, touch centuries of history. I don't know if this is safe. It's not gonna fall on me, don't worry, because this is really safe. I'm just worried. Parked my car in the shadow. This is not the highest point, but as you can see from the complete view, it's one of the highest points. And it's really good to build something like this. Oh, this is amazing. I love making these small videos. I don't know if you guys like it. I love making these small videos about these little secrets of Portugal. I don't know if you guys like it or not, please let me know. But yeah, let's see more of this and more of the church down there, because that church is more recent than this, of course. But I don't know if it's open. If it is open, I would love to see it. And also the interpretation center. I'm gonna try to find right? The sun is changing my settings of the camera, sorry. But I'm gonna try to talk with someone to see if I can get into the interpretation center to show you more of this. If I can't, I'll do a voiceover explaining more of the details of this Castro. I wish I could explain you more about the stones that are here, but I think it's just normal stones. I don't think it's limestone. Maybe it is. I actually don't know, so I'm not gonna say anything of that because I'm not sure, so I don't want to say something wrong. And I also wish that I could explain what these circular things are, because there's lots in here. I'm gonna go up again. You can see from up top here. One is down there and another one is down there. I actually don't know what those were for. I'm trying to figure it out what these things are, these round things. And I don't really find a purpose for this, and I don't want to say something that is not right, but I think this was like a gravestone. It has a specific name in English, I don't know. But I think they buried people and they put rocks on top, and I think this is it, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But it looks like it. Like, if you look from this side, it's the perfect length, but I'm not sure. I wish, again, I wish the interpreter center was open, but I will research it online. But yeah, kind of beautiful. Let's go back in again to show you more of this. I love how they build this structure of the city. This is just a little mini stairs that goes against the wall, and there was something here, goes up this little hill that has the tree, just to go around it, and this was of course the main path. It's beautiful. I really love this quiet, me stepping on this, making this sound. Oh wow, they built a floor in here. You see how the rocks, they are put together? This was kind of a main hall, but because I've been walking around and I haven't seen this, so this may be a bigger important area, I don't know. I love seeing the divisions that they had. This was probably, as you can see, a little small room, or the bathroom, or a place to storage food. That was always the last corner, especially against the wall. Let me go more up. More specifically, in here you can see that these big rocks were from the medieval times. The other ones are from prehistorical times, before the medieval. You can even see like they try to repair it, because I don't think this type of cut rocks, the big one, it's medieval style. Even the the carved door. It was kind of a door, I think. It's medieval times. The rest, it's not. I think. Don't quote me. No, don't quote me on that. But oh my god, look at the structure. It's almost every wall on this Castro. It's literally falling, as you can see. Like, yeah, you can see. It's completely bending. And this was the entrance, as you kind of can see. And it's a little bit confusing. Like I'm trying to show you right now. Let me go up. So as you can see, this is the entrance, and it's kind of confusing. It's straight up, but it's kind of confusing because he has this, he has that. This behind me, where I am, it was a tower, and it's just to have two layers of walls defending the entrance. You have a tower on that side, you have a tower on this side, and this way you could protect the entrance. I'm not sure if that was a tower, but this one behind me was definitely a tower, because from up top there, you can see the layout of the tower that was on this side. So yeah, really cool historical facts. And I hope, oh my god, I almost fall. And I hope I got him correct. I don't want to say misleading things, but I think I'm right. Before I go down, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. I'm not an historian or anything. I'm just explaining these things from experience and from what I know. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on anything that I say, because I haven't been in the interpretation center, so don't quote me, please. Okay, I got down, and I have again bad news. The church, it's a holiday, the church is closed. But really cool thing that I can explain you is where I am. So this right here is where they make parties, like town parties, like parties for the church, things religious. And they use, this is the stage, this is just a restaurant area, I think. And of course, the kitchen is here. This is going to be a lot of wind, but take a look. It's so beautiful. And this right here, it was, I don't know what he serves right now, but it was the priest's house. I think there's a plaque. Oh no, I know what this is. This is the Almonds Church house, but this is a church. And as you can see in here, Almonds House, Misericordia de Urique. So this belongs to the Almonds House. People still come here to make their religious prayers and stuff. This is, they still use this church because it looks painted, it looks restored, so yeah. Oh, when people come to pray or to just promises or whatever people want, they put candles in here, burning, and they just, that's why the wax is all over the place. They just stay here burning, and this is just not to burn the church, but yeah. There's actually not much to see anymore because I thought this was open and I wanted to show you this, but guess for another time. At least in the middle of nowhere, there's a fountain. Yep, he has water. Another thing that I actually don't think I ever said in one of my videos, every town in Portugal, every small big town has its own scent. This one, as you can see, is Nossa Senhora da Cola da Vila de Urique. Cola, the name of this place. That's why there's always a chapel, a church, something. It's because there's always a scent in everywhere. And with this, I'm gonna end off the video. Small video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm loving the bird sounds and this ambience. It's amazing. I'm gonna keep driving. I'm gonna try to find the abandonment goes down. Wish me good luck with this, son, and I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe. This little Portuguese guy says bye. Another already used. Oh Jesus. Let me go up and I'm gonna fall. I don't know if you guys ask yourself this question, but the name of this is Castro da Cola, which means castle of the glue. So yes, when you're drinking Coca-Cola or Pepsi, you're drinking glue. Yeah, it's true. You get the joke? Cola is glue in Portuguese. I'm joking. I actually never did an outro so fast and perfect. Namush.